Hello Scorpio, welcome to your April 2022 reading. We're going to cover love, we're going to cover destiny. This is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, cross-watchers. Everyone's welcome. My cat is here, Valentine, there she is. There is another cat at large, but she got a bit spooked and she shot under the bed. So we may be seeing Valentine's mum jump up on the bed as well. Okay, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, cross-watchers, using the Light Seers Tarot for you. Camera seems to be a little bit weird. What do we need to know for Scorpios? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for April 2022. Yeah, love, career, destiny, anything that pops up really. I can see some of you are in a little bit of turmoil about a situation. Maybe to do with a fire sign, some of you. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Ooh. Give me some more on what might be going on with the fire sign, please. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Strong character, this person. Woof! Cripes. Okay. Scorpio, wowzers. Okay, if this resonates, if you get to the end, there will be an extended reading as usual, and the link will be in the description box. Right, where to begin? There is a certain connection on your mind with the Four of Wands. Four of Wands is a really special card. It has the kind of 11-11 thing going on with it. It's got the portal, it's a magical feeling when it comes to relationships. And again, of course, it's a fire card. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius again. When it comes to relationships, it kind of indicates a very special bond with somebody that might be kind of psychic, 5D, weird, unexplainable, long distance, all of those things. It feels quite good, but it also feels like you're waiting on something, or you're waiting on someone, or you're waiting on a message, a smoke signal, you know, whatever it is. If we look, sorry, I'm just doing my hands because they're really, really sore. If we look next to that Four of Wands, there it is. You've got the Hanged Man. Or in this case, the Hanged Woman. This is the card which, for a water sign especially, it's Neptunian. Yes, there is a period of waiting. Yes, you may be frustrated. Usually when we get the Hanged Man, we are frustrated. We are, you know, losing the plot, wondering when we're ever going to hear something, and feeling a bit like we want to accelerate things, we want to know, we want to get it straight, all of those quite scorpionic feelings. But at the same time, the universe is like, nope, there is a reason why you're in this kind of suspended state. There's a reason why you don't know what you want to know at the moment. And I know that just sounds really like everything happens for a reason, you know, which I hate when people say that. It's like, does it really? I'm not saying everything happens for a reason, not in that, well, I suppose I am in a bit of a way. What I'm saying is, the Hanged Man, the person, lights the crown chakra. They learn something. Usually, in this particular scenario, things are on the move. And I would say that in your scene with this person, with this connection, that while nothing is happening, everything is happening. It's happening below the surface. It's happening around you with this person. This is a person that you may have a bit of a story with, okay? Next to the Hanged Man, I've got the King of Wands. Love this card. Don't know why, it just really appeals to me. This is a person, it's either fire sign energy, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, or it's somebody comfortable in their own skin, quite confident, quite happy in their body, divine masculine energy. Okay, this person, there's like a purity about them. I can feel this purity, but at the same time, I can feel a distance. And above it, love this card, the Six of Cups. Now the Six of Cups again is a card of longing. It's the childhood sweetheart card. You've got the little boy and his dog, you know, when the dog was a pup and the little boy was young, and then he grows up and he's got the fully grown dog and he's a fully grown man. I love the vibe. I love this tarot deck, but I love the vibe of this. There is a feeling here, Scorpio, of longing, looking back for both of you in this connection. Now, it could be that you're longing and you're looking back to how it was in the beginning, or this person, you're missing this person, or you're missing a message from this person. It just feels kind of regret. I can feel sort of regret and a bit of sadness about it. Next to the Six of Cups, we've got the Nine of Swords. This is my 4 a.m. card, staying up late, worrying about it, bit of insomnia. Oh, Leia. Bit of insomnia, the feeling of wanting to escape the pressure of something, feeling everything bearing down on you. It can be jealousy, it can be envy, it can be all of the difficult feelings, making things up in your head, being up in your head. This is what happens when we don't have answers to questions that we want the answers to, okay? It feels like, let me let the cat out because she's actually emerged. Just a second. One cat down, one remaining. Okay. It feels like it's all weighing heavy on you. Okay, you're trying to work it out in your head. You're trying to come up with answers because you don't have any. You're analysing it because that's what we do as humans when we don't have answers. It's like a void and we need to fill it, and the way that we fill it is by coming up with suggestions to ourselves as to why it is like it is. Now, when I asked about this King of Wands and we took an extra card here, we got the Death card, Scorpio. It's all about you, but actually at the same time, I feel both your energies as very forceful. Okay, you're both a force to be reckoned with. You're both quite alpha in the way that you behave and think, and the way that you are out there in the world, the way you exist, the way you express yourself. And I feel like that's where your Four of Wands comes in together. There's that sense of connection, a sense of almost like personal carnival, you know, when the two of you are good and when you are together. But it feels like, and this has come up for nearly every single star sign I've done so far this month, this sense of being suspended, this sense of wanting to know about something but something being withheld. Now, I also think that we have, what do we have? We've got new moon in Aries at the beginning, but we also have a partial solar eclipse on the 30th of April. And I do feel like lots of things are leading up to that, okay? Itchy nose. Yeah, I think that full, and there's also a full moon in Libra on the 16th. God, it's a busy old month. It feels like peaks and troughs, fits and starts. So it feels like what's going to happen with this person is you're going to go 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. And when you take the 3 steps back, what you need to be doing, if you can, is holding it together. Okay? Accepting that sometimes this is what's needed. Okay? It's really important. You're making more progress than you think. Okay? That's really important for 1 or 2 of you. Also, it feels like the person that you're dealing with is under a lot of pressure as well. And there's a point of surrender for both of you. I got the 10 of Wands. This is the card where it becomes too painful to stay the same. Things build up. So it may be that you're in relationship with this person, you're in communication with this person, or that you've been off and on with this person, or even just in your own life, in your career, in your life in general, that things are feeling 9 of Swordsy. They're feeling like they're kind of weighing in on you, they're building up. There's this big feeling that I'm getting of like a sort of lead balloon over the top of you, and you're feeling that and you're wanting to make that go away. There will come a point, and I think it will be around the time of the Libra full moon. That will be really good for you, but that will be the beginning of it. And then I think it will really ramp up when we get to that partial new moon solar eclipse, like about 2 weeks later at the end of this month. There will come a point where things can't stay the same. And I feel like every star sign is going to be hanging out for this, because this feeling of oppression, and then, you know, woof, there's a big kind of momentum shift, and then there's something stopping, and then there's a momentum shift. This feeling is going to frustrate people. It's going to wear them down. It's going to make them impatient. Okay? Under the Nine of Swords, we got the Five of Cups. When you get the Five of Cups, there's a feeling of regret. Again, it's grieving over something that was lost. It's the feeling that you don't know if it should be yours, and that's a weird feeling to have. You don't know if it was ever properly yours, and you'd maybe like the answer to that question. This is a card of sorrow, and a card of loss, and a card of longing with the Six of Cups. And you need to reach a point where it's too painful to stay the same. Ten of Wands with this person. Above the Ten of Wands, we've got the Queen of Swords. I like this card for you. It's the behaviour of somebody who knows what they want. They're very clear about it, and they put out a very clear message to the universe, what they will accept and what they will say no to. Okay? And very often, what we say no to says yes to something else. Okay? There's a big theme here about whether someone is sharing the burden with you properly. This could be right across your life, in family, in work. There is a feeling of some kind of lack of being on the same page. We've got the Six of Pentacles, and that is the card of generosity, reciprocity, equality, what someone is bringing to the table, what you're bringing to the table, and a sense that you want those two things to be the same. Not exactly like 50-50, but an equal amount of emphasis, okay? And that's an issue for some of you, because we also have the Three of Pentacles, and the Three of Pentacles is the cooperative card. It's the card of knowing that someone and you are a team. You know, at work, it's your colleagues, it's the team building, it's how much you put into it together, it's whether someone has your back or not, or whether they don't. You know, there is that feeling of whether they don't. And then over here, very nicely, we've got the Sun card. Masculine energy, again, it's the feeling of yang, it's the sun. It feels good, this card. It feels radiant, it feels warm, and it feels fiery. I'm getting a lot of fire sign energy for you, okay? Underneath that sun, the Emperor. Aries energy, but also divine masculine energy, and the energy of someone stepping up, taking charge, being that King of Wands, okay? Next to it, the Justice card. Big deals, this is. These are spiritual big jobs. That is 3 major arcanas that have just come out next to each other, okay? The Sun, the Emperor. There's something that wasn't fair here. There's been something that hasn't been fair, that's for sure. The Justice card, when it comes out, and you've also got your Death card with the Scorpio, it wants to redress the balance. The universe wants to redress the balance. And it feels as if this should have already happened, okay? It should have already happened to you before. I feel like for some of you, this has been going on 3 to 5 months. In particular, it feels, or 3 to 5 weeks maybe for some of you, but more 3 to 5 months, which kind of takes us to like November of last year, I think, ish. You may have let some things slide. You may have let your boundaries go a little. You may not have felt completely comfortable with how you behaved with this person, or what you were on the receiving end of with this person. And it feels like as we go through this roller coaster of April and the ups and the downs, it feels like you're going to get a finer balance, but it might be a rougher ride to get that finer balance. In other words, there's some maybe tough negotiating here. There's a need for you to get into your Emperor energy as well, to get into your Divine Masculine energy, to be that Queen of Swords. You know, the Queen of Swords, if she doesn't really like something, it's just off with their head. And I'm not saying that that's what you should do, but you put your foot down. You go toe to toe with somebody. You uphold your boundaries, your standards. You know, you don't take any, you know what, from this person. Let's have some Romance Angel Oracle cards about it. That King of Wands just comes across so strongly in this reading. That doesn't always happen. What do we need to know, please? That one. Getting a message that for some of you there is someone else on the horizon. So good news there if you're single, but also if you're, and this has come up for other signs, if you're stuck in a situationship that you're not sure about, you're going to have options, which is going to be really good for you. Oof. Yeah. Okay, let's look at these. Yeah. Overall energy for the I love this card for the Romance Angel Oracle cards. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. I love this card because it's a unicorn and it's a beautiful picture. But believe me, I used to get this card when I was trapped in a situation. I pulled this card constantly. You just do. You know, it's one of those cards where the universe is like, come on now, free yourself. You're better than this. You're worth more than this. And also you're going to get so much more when you do. Okay? Love that. Okay. Healing, family issues. Oh, this card. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. I know. This card comes out when you really don't want to see it. So don't shoot the messenger. I know you're not going to want to see this because no one ever wants to see that card when it comes out. It just has that feeling you're like, really? There is something threaded through this relationship that is to do with your relationship with your parents. It could be their relationship with their parents too. There is a sense of carrying each other's can with this. You're kind of connected with this person in some way to heal each other, which Scorpios can do that. You have that ability. It's very strong. But at the same time, it's not always something you should be doing if somebody isn't putting something on the table for you. And I don't mean that in just, you know, it's all transactional. But it's not entirely unconditional, is it? It should be some sense of reciprocity, you know, of give and take. In the simplest of terms, of give and take, okay? Now, for some of you, you need to decide whether the person you have in front of you, or the person that you're worried about, or the person you're dealing with is in fact your soulmate, or whether you want to keep an open mind about it. We've got keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. It might not even be who you think it is. Okay, it's quite an important message. And with it, we get chemistry. I think that's going to take you by surprise. I know. And we also get very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now, okay? Along with calling in your soulmate. But it might not be the soulmate you think you're calling in. Your prayers, your affirmations and visualizations will help to bring you together. And I'm just going to I'm being guided to take a couple of these cards for what's going on here, for this particular bit. Oh, yeah. God, that's great. Okay. Wow. Let's get a few cards on this. First card, when I did calling in your soulmate here, but you might not, it might not be who you think, is that one. That's a tremendous card, Scorpio. You got your Ten of Cups, Mars in Pisces. Love might not be where you think it is, okay? And it definitely might be where you don't think it is, which sounds like some kind of weird riddle. And it is a bit of a riddle, actually. That's what this month is. This month is a bit of a riddle, where you find things out, then you don't know if you actually believe what you found out. Then you find out some more things, then you're not sure. It's the ups and the downs, okay? King of Cups. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, so it could represent you. But do you know what I think it represents? It's someone who's really emotionally fluid. They know, they get you, they know you, they're in the feels with you, okay? They can feel it with you. It's different energy to the King of Wands. But for one or two of you, this is the capability that King of Wands has to be able to melt a little, which I think is much needed in this situation. The Four of Cups. You're going to be in a strange one here. The healthier you are, the more self-worth you discover during April, the more you might even want to say no to someone you thought you'd only ever say yes to. And the more they may pursue you. And I'm quite pleased to see that energy. And honestly, if they don't, someone else will. But I think they'll pick up on that energy anyway. We get the Eight of Pentacles, Sun in Virgo, so you could be dealing with the Virgo here. This is something about making something work. But also, it kind of works anyway. It works in a way that other things were very difficult to achieve. This is just right out there. It's like, tick, 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 tick. Okay. And you think, I didn't know it could be this easy. Three of Wands. Growing passion. Potential. Life force. That's Sun. Let's have a couple of animal spirit cards. I'm going to do one for you, one for your person. Oh, they've come out. It's almost coming out like a revenge reading in a way. Please leave a comment and let me know about that. You come out as skunk spirit, know your worth. And my God, is that a theme throughout the whole reading? And they come out as wasp spirit. Sometimes life stings. And it feels like, for them, I don't think they're used to that. I'm just going to get you another general oracle card. I don't think this person is used to that. But actually, they're dealing with a Scorpio. And very in love a Scorpio can be, and very giving and very understanding and very nice, but at the same time, if someone crosses you, Scorpio, they do regret it. Yeah. Nice. I'm just taking 3 of these because it felt right. Yep. Oh my God, you get such good oracle cards. Okay. First off, you get higher power. This is the sense of, see if I can get you a better close-up. Can you see there's like a, yeah, it's a lot better there, isn't it? It may be that on the earthly plane and on the 3D, you're very frustrated by this, and that you're slightly restricted in some way about how this is kind of working out for you. Put it up to the higher power, okay? For me, I use Archangel Michael and I call it chuck it up to Mike. It's like, I cannot do this anymore. I cannot think of this anymore. I can't get my head around this anymore. I'm going to chuck it up to Mike. Okay, just stick it up there, chuck it up to Mike. It feels like that would be a good thing. So surrender to it. Do you remember we had the 10 of Wands for you? And when you get the 10 of Wands, it's a sense of surrender. It's like, I can't keep strategizing about this. I can't keep thinking about this. I am going to ascend to a higher power. I'm going to hold this over to a higher power. I'm going to give this up to a higher power. I am going to acknowledge that the universe has my back on this, and I'm going to crack on from there. Okay? And then the universe gives you happy, happy. This is such a good card. You find the key to your happiness. But in it, I think that turning towards yourself also brings the other person in. What may have been happening, I think, in the past is that you were turning towards them, maybe for validation, maybe, you know, as you would in a relationship, or wanting a relationship, or wanting it to develop, or whatever it was. The feeling of the momentum was that you were drawing on that person. This feels like you draw on yourself, and as you do that, you become much more magnetic. And as you become more magnetic, not only do you attract the attentions of this person, but it's impossible when you become magnetic not to attract the attentions of lots of people. And it won't just be romantically either. This can work for you, friends. It can work for you about getting car parking spaces. It could work for you in the street, you know, about people moving aside. You just really subtly so that you can go in front of them. And it works in lots and lots of ways. It's the power of magnetism. And something knocked you off your perch in the last 3 to 5 months that has meant you've not been on your A game in terms of your own personal magnetism. And what I can see for you, and also definitely around the time of the Libra full moon on the 16th, so put that in your diary, and the 30th with the new moon solar eclipse, I feel like this is a power up for you. Okay, this person isn't going to know what hit them. It's going to be great. Okay, and then you get this, which is the other tremendous card. There is a land of milk and honey. This is like somewhere over the rainbow, you know, the pot of gold, but an old-fashioned milk bottle. God, I remember those milk bottles. I'm so old. And a baby elephant bathing in some milk and honey and stuff, just to show, and the gingham tablecloth, that there is some kind of lovely energy here for you, and there is something at the end of all this that you would have deserved since the beginning. Okay, that's really important to know. You deserved this since the beginning. And it's that. You free yourself. You free yourself. And that calls out to me too. Reconciliation. Now, I don't know, just for one or two of you, you reconcile yourself to something. For others of you, it's someone else coming forward who previously held back. Okay, and it's what you make of that, you know, and it's up to you what you make of that. Scorpio, strong reading. I am going to go and do the extended. We are going to look at, I'm going to look at the reconciliation and free yourself. I'm going to look at the King of Wands and the Emperor and the King of Cups. And then I'm going to draw some more cards for what your best course of action is about this. And also if they're hiding anything behind the scenes that you need to know about. And yeah, we'll take it from there. The link's in the description box underneath the video. Do like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you on the other side. Namaste.